Hey guys, it's Fury and welcome back to another Hypixel Skyblock video. Today we are covering the brand new update that Hypixel Skyblock has released, and they release updates every Tuesday, and today is no exception, guys. They have released a brand new update that adds quite a lot of things actually. Quite a lot of new content has been added in this update, as well as a few nerfs and buffs here and there, and we'll be covering all of them here in today's video. So if you guys like to see Hypixel Skyblock update videos like this, be sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing as I upload Hypixel Skyblock guides, tutorials, and update videos like this one that you're watching right now, as well as other kinds of Minecraft content. So guys, the first item on the agenda that they have added is actually quite significant. If I take a look at the patch notes here, I've printed them out and we're going to look at them. So guys, the first item on the agenda is the teleport pad. That's right, Hypixel Skyblock has added a new way for you to teleport within your private island from place to place. Now this is really useful if your island is huge. Like mine, as you can see, it's not that big, so it isn't that useful for me. But if you have a huge island and you're like playing co-op with your friends, right? So you have a huge island, then this teleport pad will come in handy. So guys, how you unlock the teleport pad is really simple. It comes under collection, combat, and ender pearl. And at ender pearl 7, you unlock the teleport pad. Now the cost is an enchanted eye of ender, but as you can see, it gives you 2 teleport pads. So you place the teleport pad down, it allows you to teleport to another teleport pad on your private island. So while I can't get it right now because I don't have it unlocked, right? I have an image that will show up on screen right about now from the Hypixel forums, which better illustrates how the teleportation system works. So each one of them is assigned a different color, and each one can be linked to another color. So for example, you can set up a yellow teleport pad to always go to a red one, and so on and so forth, red to green and vice versa, and all of that. So it's really useful for getting around your Skyblock island if your island is really huge. So the next feature that they've added in this update is guesting. So basically, if you type /visit and the player's name, right, if I were to like visit my own island, which doesn't make any sense, but you basically just need to type /visit and then the player's name. And then from here, you can choose to visit the player's island. So guys, there's also an island settings menu that was added. So it comes under here somewhere, here, guesting notifications. You can choose to enable or disable, and you can change it whether you want to allow anyone to visit your island, or only friends, or only guild members. So this is how you can limit the players in your island. If you don't want random people joining your island, you can change this accordingly. So that's very nice. And when visiting an island, you can't actually die or take any damage, and guests can't break anything on the island, they can't use any abilities, or they can't open any chests. So don't worry, if someone visits your island, it's not like they can steal all the stuff from your chest. They can't do that. And they also can't pick up the items that you drop on the ground. But if you want that, you can actually enable it in the settings. So guys, important thing is that they are actually using the ranks on Hypixel Skyblock here. So if your island has at least 1 VIP, you can have 3 guests. If your island has at least 1 MVP, the maximum number of guests is 5. And if your island has 1 MVP plus, that's the monthly subscription that you have to pay, the max amount of guests on the island is actually 7. So really nice. If you guys want to visit other players' islands, you can now do so. Admire their hard work that they've put into their island. So another thing that's worth mentioning, right, in this update is the new boss loot mechanics. Now guys, currently we only have 1 boss, and that is the magma boss, which, let's face it, is a really underwhelming boss. It's not like a very epic fight or anything like that. But the magma boss, as we all know, drops the ember rod. And there are changes now to bosses. Basically, they still drop the items on the ground, but players can only see their own loot. So this is really useful, guys, because no longer will other players be able to ender pearl in the second the boss dies and steals your ember rod, right? No longer will that happen because players can only see their own loot. And it says here that even if you are the top 1, I think they mean top 1% of damage, you might not get the best item, but you will have better odds of getting the best item. And even if you did not get the best item, you will be compensated with more loot. And basically what it means that the more damage you deal, the more loot you will gain. And that applies for the magma boss and future bosses as well. So guys, the new magma boss changes really interesting here. Magma boss now has 60,000 health It drops overall more loot, which is apparently it states here that it's enough for everyone. I don't know, we have to see about that. And it can actually drop pieces of the Ember armor, which is amazing, guys. This is a mid-game armor. Now, it says here that the Magma Boss can not only drop pieces of the Ember armor, but it can also drop Ember fragments, which can be used to craft Ember armor if you are not that lucky and you haven't gotten pieces of Ember armor. So this is really useful, guys. Another reason why you should be grinding the Magma Boss, because now not only do you have a chance of getting the Ember Rod, right, you can also have a chance of getting some armor as well. So that is the new boss loot mechanics. Now, moving on, there's some other miscellaneous stuff like, you know, there's a greater talisman bag and all that, but we're not going to cover those because those are really just small things. We're going to cover more significant stuff. So they've also added personal leaderboards, so you can now see your personal rankings for, you know, mining, combat stuff, and all the things like that. And you can see how you compare against other players on Hypixel Skyblock. So this is really useful as a personal indicator to how well you're doing. So you can right click to access the Skyblock menu, and how you access it is as follows. You want to go to your skills, and over here, guys, it says click to show ranking. So you want to click that, and now you can see, for example, my farming ranking, I'm not doing so great. I'm ranked 48,000 out of 500,000 players. But it says I'm within the top 10%, which is better than I thought it would be because I don't do that much farming. But if you guys look at mining, for example, I'm within the top 7.7%. So really happy about that. And if you look at combat, I'm within the top 5.6%. So you guys can just have fun looking at your ranking. So really, really nice small addition, but you know, it's nice to know where you stand against other players. So the next thing that they have added, which I feel is really worth mentioning, is the accidental drop protection. Now this is like a really, really simple, neat little feature that they've added. But guys, it's so helpful because I'm sure it has happened to you, probably, if you haven't changed your drop key, right, in Hypixel Skyblock. You may have been like walking, you know, pressing the W key, right? And then you actually press Q and like drop your sword and another player picks it up. You know, now that won't happen, guys, because when you click on the drop key, so let's say I want to drop this strong undead sword, right? If I were to drop it, it now says you must double tap the drop button to drop this item. And you can actually disable and enable this setting, but it is enabled by default. So you guys probably don't want to disable this in case, like, you know, you're running around, you're sprinting, and suddenly you hit the Q key by accident, and so that way you don't drop your like legendary Ember Rod that you've worked so hard for. So that's really, really nice, and I know it will benefit a lot of players because it has even happened to me before. I've dropped my own diamond pickaxe and I've lost it because there was no accidental drop protection back then. But they have added that now, so that's really nice. And now some general changes here that I feel are worth pointing out. There's again a whole list here, but I'm just going to pick out the important ones. One is that the Midas sword actually got buffed. So it's now, instead of 80 strength, right, it got buffed to 120 strength and damage at 50 million coins. Is it still a good sword? I don't know, but it's better than it was before, at least. And players can now outbid themselves when the item is a Midas sword. So this is really useful if you guys are in the dark auction, where you can bid on the Midas sword, and you know, because the strength of the item skyrockets, right, as the value goes higher. So if nobody is bidding a high amount, you can just keep outbidding yourself so as to inflate the value, and that way you get more bonuses for your Midas sword. So really nice new feature that they've added here. Another thing that is worth mentioning is that the Speedster set, now this set comes under the Sugarcane collection. So it comes under farming, sugarcane, and right over here at 50,000 sugarcane you unlock the Speedster set. Now this set now has a speed buff, so instead of 30% total speed it gives you, right, it now gives you 35% total speed. So that's really nice, makes you go faster. Not gonna complain about that, definitely really, really good. So another thing that they've added here is that players now gain 2.5 network experience per second in Skyblock. Now this, guys, this is huge. Let me tell you why this is huge. Okay, because I play a ton of Hypixel Skyblock, more than any other minigame here on Hypixel. And I feel I'm not getting rewarded for it. I mean, you have this network experience level thing, but it doesn't go up, you know, when you're playing Hypixel Skyblock before this update. So my network experience was pretty much like stuck at level 50, I think. Yeah, and it wasn't increasing even though I've played hours and hours of Hypixel Skyblock. So it's good to see that now players will be rewarded network experience for playing here on Hypixel Skyblock. So that's really nice. There's a whole bunch of stuff about sea creatures which I'm not going to go through because those are really minor changes that I don't feel are worth mentioning. So apparently there's a new enchantment called Telekinesis, and it can be applied to anything really. And basically what it means that whenever you mine an ore, cut wood, and all that kind of stuff, right, the loot goes straight into your inventory. So that's really nice. But unfortunately, keep in mind that it does not work on boss monsters. So, you know, if you kill the magma boss, right, the Ember Rod is not going to go straight in your inventory, sadly. Yeah, but I guess it's nice if you don't want other players picking up your stuff. So you can have the Telekinesis enchantment there. So one other thing worth mentioning, guys, is that they have nerfed sugarcane. That's right, if you have a sugarcane farm like myself, probably yours is way larger than this. You know, I just built a small little sugarcane farm here, and I have a sugarcane minion over there as well. But it's really sad to see this change, guys. Apparently sugarcane has been nerfed. You can no longer sell it for 3 coins, you can only sell it for 2 coins per piece of sugarcane. So that's really sad if you guys are selling sugarcane for coins here on Hypixel Skyblock. Now, I'm not sure what to think of this change because previously they have applied like a similar change to cactus as well. They nerfed cactus when it comes to selling it. I'm not sure if I agree with this because I feel like it's hurting the economy here on Hypixel Skyblock. Like if you look up on YouTube, right, there's so many videos of people like making 100k in an hour, and they show you the methods to getting like 100,000 coins an hour, right? But almost all of those methods have been patched already. So the previous fastest methods were like cactus farm, sugarcane farm, and all that kind of stuff. But they have all nerfed it into oblivion. So I'm not sure if a sugarcane farm is still worth it, guys. Now that they have nerfed it from 3 coins to 2 coins. But I guess if you have a sugarcane farm already, might as well still use it. It's just that you'll be getting less coins from it. So it's kind of a sad change, but at the same time I can understand why. So guys, that's pretty much all the important new features that were added here in this Hypixel Skyblock update. If you guys have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel because I do a whole bunch of Hypixel Skyblock videos as well as other kinds of Minecraft videos here on my channel. I also have a playlist of all the Hypixel Skyblock guides and tutorials that I've done, and if you guys are interested in that, be sure to check it out. Link is in the video description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.